Greetings, and welcome to the Fortress of Dorkness, the nerdy nexus for all your geeky needs. I'm your host, Christian Villarreal. Today's Real History takes a look at the tragedy of Darth Plagueis.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis?
Aha, gotcha. It's the tragedy behind the man who killed Don Quixote. Two can play this game. Don Quixote may be one of the most influential books ever written. Over the years, many filmmakers have tried to adapt Miguel de Cervantes' novel, including Citizen Kane, but besides a few smaller films, no major motion picture has ever been made. Enter director Terry Gilliam and the 7 Pillars of Failure. The Monty Python alumni has been trying to adapt the book since the early 90s, and as of this video, has attempted to make the film, according to him, 7 times. Let's get into the boulder-filled, rocky journey of this project. Gilliam began pre-production in the year 1998, where it was financed entirely by European backers. The cast included Jean Rochefort as Quixote, who was selected after a 2-year search and spent 7 months learning English for the role. The cast also featured Johnny Depp as a 21st century marketing exec who wound up in the past. Pre-production should have been a sign for the filmmakers. They had trouble setting up contracts and rehearsals for the actors and wound up booking a soundstage that wasn't actually soundproof.
So I don't know how we do this, because these sets have got to be not bad.
Gilliam himself admitted that it started to feel like shooting the disastrous adventures of Baron Munchausen again. When the film finally went into production in the year 2000 in España, the shoot was plagued with jets from a nearby military base flying overhead, destroying takes of dialogue. To top it off, the stunt coordinator showed up on set unprepared, delaying shooting again. I mean, everyone has their bad days, right? But on the second day, a flash flood hit the valley they were shooting in, washing away equipment and completely changing the look of the environment. It was so bad that nothing they shot on the previous day would match, and they would need to reshoot it. However, what finally killed the film was when lead actor Rochefort started suffering severe back pain and had to fly back to France to see his doctor. Keep in mind, this was all during the first week of shooting. Rochefort was diagnosed with a double hernia. Oof, I've been there. And the filmmakers began doubting his return. Because of a clause in the insurance, the production was finally shut down. At this point, the rights to the script passed to the German insurance company, and a legal battle between them and the French production company making the film began. Maybe France was like, if Rochefort can't do it, then no one can. No news was heard on the film until the Cannes Film Festival of 2005, when producer Jeremy Thomas announced that he was interested in restarting the project. In 2006, Gilliam declares that the legal issues behind the film are almost over, and in 2008, he officially moves the movie back in production. Robert Duvall, with a back made of steel, replaces Rochefort as Quixote, with Depp still on board. However, delays were still expected, and Depp eventually left the project due to conflicting schedules and a lack of interest. Actor Ewan McGregor is brought in to replace Depp, and by 2009, Gilliam says that the project is in the best place it's ever been. But happiness isn't an old Squire Patsy's destiny. In 2010, Gilliam confirmed that financing had once again dropped out on the film. 3 years later, Gilliam says he's giving the film a 7th go-round, telling website comingsoon.net that he wants to make it and get rid of it, and get it out of his life. This time the film cast John Hurt as Quixote and Jack O'Connell in the role that was once Depp and McGregor's, and the film has been retitled Don Quixote. Amazon Studios is attached to the film as of 2015. However, by the end of 2015, shooting was delayed one more time as history repeats itself.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Lead actor John Hurt's recovery from cancer has once again stalled the film. The problems plaguing this movie can be seen in the documentary Lost in La Mancha. This doc began life as behind-the-scenes footage of the attempted 2000 shoot, and once the film was canned, it was released as a standalone project. They should just call it DQ and have Dairy Queen finance it at this point. We here at The Fort would just like to take a moment and say that we love Terry Gilliam, and it's tragic that this master filmmaker's movie has suffered mainly due to nature. We hope that one day soon he finally gets to finish the film, because we kind of want to see it. If you have any questions, comments, or snotty remarks, leave them below. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on our social media. This has been the Fortress of Dorkness. I'm Christian Villarreal, and always remember, never fear the dork up here.